Hi guys, I'm Aram. I'm from Eli-Chem Resins, and today we're coming to you straight out of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. We're at the headquarters of Polyester Shoppen, who are our good friends and our distributors on our entire range of artwork resins and artwork products. And we're here with Polyester Shoppen in Rotterdam at their offices to shoot a cool video with you. And for that purpose, we are very excited and honored to have a well-known local Dutch artist to do the video with us. And I'd like to introduce her to you. And her name is Annemiek Assen. Annemiek, welcome.
Hey, thank you. Well, thanks for inviting me. Aram invited me to try out some of the new MasterCast. I know the MasterCast already, but it's the first for me trying out the new ones and the Resi-Blast. So, let's start mixing, I think, and you can tell something about the improvements made on the MasterCast.
Sure, if you start working, then we can talk and explain what we've done differently with this new version. You want to do some mixing, then we can talk while you're working?
Yes, I will start mixing about 800 milliliters. When you mix it in the milliliters instead of weighing it, it's 1-to-1. In these handy cups, we will have to mix about 800 because we need some for the base layer. It helps it spread out.
So like 400 of each component?
Yeah, 400. 400 hardener and 400 resin.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I see you've also done a good job preparing the surface here, that you've got a covering against any mess.
Yeah, it's really important because playing with resin is a messy job. So always wear old clothes, protect yourself. Wear nitrile gloves, not the regular ones, those are not okay. Now I put in the resin.
Yeah, and I see also the board we're going to do today, you've put it up on some cups, and the cups are pushed away from the side because we're going to drip it over the edge. Is that correct?
Yeah, I always like to pour it without tape. Some people like the tape around the edges, but I like it to just drip off. The own panels I use are a little bit thicker, so you get nice drips. At least I think they are nice drips. Some people don't like them, but while I start mixing, I'm really curious to hear something about the improvements you made with the resin, because I like to pour with resin, but the technical stuff is not my kind of thing. But the UV resistance is improved, I heard, and that's something I'm really interested in. So maybe you can tell something?
Yeah, of course, okay. So yeah, if you start stirring, I can tell you we've been working on the MasterCast formulation for about 6 months. We've made numerous improvements to the hardener component. And if I can show you, I don't know how clear it will come out on the video, but that was the texture of the old hardener. This is the new hardener. And you can see immediately the improved clarity. If you see, it's far more clear. Also, when you open that, I'm sure you noticed there's no smell. It's completely odorless. So you improved the odor-free properties. But more importantly, the UV resistance is also much more robust and much more stable than before. So in a nutshell, the 3 improvements we've made, and I know you've used the last version, so I'm interested to hear what you think so far.
Yeah, well, with the last version there was always a little bit of a smell with the hardener. Now I can see it's gone. When I mix it, it's really clear. And I also heard you improved a little bit on the viscosity. Like it's a little bit more flowy.
In warm temperatures, it reacts better to the warmth and becomes quite low viscosity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Especially for big fluid pours like we're going to do.
That's something I like. So, well, let's pour. Make sure you stir it really properly so everything is well mixed. And
I see you're doing something very good. You're scraping the inside wall because a lot of resin gets trapped and hardener gets trapped there with static, and unless you free it up, you can end up with sticky patches on your final pour.
Well, I've mixed the MasterCast, and when you've mixed it, you have to move quickly. I'm going to do a dirty pour today, so I'm going to separate it into 5 cups. Let's see, I don't spill it. Normally I don't do a dirty pour, but because I'm very curious to the effect of the Resi-Blast, today I am going to do a dirty pour. I like to have some blue colors, and I am mixing in some white and some metallic.
I like your choice of colors there. So it's going to be quite a sort of an oceanic theme with lots of blue and white.
Yeah, I always like to use natural colors, and for a lot of resin users, blue is a favorite.
I see you have purple there. I think you just want to mix it up with something.
Yeah, because especially in a dirty pour, it's nice to use some different colors, because the resin mixes a lot, and it's good to have a little bit of contrast in the piece. So, okay, to save some time, I already put in some colors.
Well, I'll help you mixing.
Make sure you mix them really well.
Yeah, it's really nice and bold. Okay, Annemiek, can we just add one color to this from the metallic range?
Yep.
So we can have this one. It's the blue steel resi-Metal. So if you can put some of that in, I think.
See the effect. I need a little bit of a new stirring stick.
I'll put one in there already for you.
Yeah, but it's in the resin if I dip it in here.
Course,
So.
Yeah, it's quite concentrated, so you don't really need very much, as you can see.
Don't need a lot, so okay.
I can stir that. I think you want to do something on the
Yes.
preparation.
When you mix the colors, you have to move quickly. We saved some to pour it as a base. It helps spread out the pour, so it gets a grip, as you say, on the board.
And the colors can slide around
Yeah.
much easier on top, I suppose, because with the Resi-Blast you need to keep the friction and the resistance as minimum as possible. And how many colors do you want to put the Resi-Blast into, Annemiek?
I think about 2 or 3. You're more experienced with the Resi-Blast.
Let's go for 3.
Yeah? Okay.
And we can make one with the metal as well, because that does some quite cool effects on its own. So there's your Resi-Blast.
I will put it in 3 colors. This is the metal. Whoa, that's a spectacular effect. Don't know if you can see it.
Oh, it's starting to form cells already.
Yeah. Like I try to mix them up. I do pour them all in at once, not or the whole portion in at once, because I don't like it to be really, really busy. And
then you mentioned earlier to me you like putting white as a dividing.
Yeah. Because the white with pouring resin always gives the most effect. So I think I will put a little bit of white here.
Yeah. So my question was, you're going to put something on here like heat afterwards?
Oh yeah. Before I start pouring, I will heat this up a little bit. This is the white I poured in. Then I will add some of the purple.
That's looking good already.
Yeah. Okay, for the next one, we will do a close-up so you can see the results better. Some teal.
I like how the purple's forming a floral pattern already.
You can always play with this while pouring as well. Then I add some white.
Can I give you a little tip what I like to do? I like to add a little bit of Resi-Blast halfway through the dirty pour, just across the top.
Okay.
So
you would add some right now?
Right now, yes.
Okay, and then how much would you add?
I would add 4 drops in each corner. So nothing in the middle really, just in the corner. Because often the colors separate to the outside and the Resi-Blast gives it an extra helping hand.
Okay. Well, those are added. Let's add some metallic blue. Give it a little stir. I pour the whole thing in at once. And then let's the darker purple.
I can see from the side, it looks like waves already. Blue and white waves.
all the colors I pour in at once, except the white. I layer with the white because that gives the best effects together with the Resi-Blast. And then this one for the last one. And there you have your mixture.
Wow, looking good. You also get a lot of energy into the base, which helps, I think.
Yeah, it helps with the viscosity. Makes it a little bit more fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah. That should do it. And then.
And what's your tip for, or what's your technique for mixing it before you pour? Do you have a special style?
Yeah, before I pour it, I don't like too busy stuff. I always give it one good stir. Make a little bit of a circle, I think about 1.5.
Okay.
Drip this. And then drip it on. You can play with it a little bit. You don't have to start from the middle. Add some more in one place.
Wow, you see those cells already.
And you can see the teal is coming here.
And the white is starting to come out as well.
And I like it to be a little bit teal here because the lighter stuff is coming here.
Oh, there's the white cell over here is fantastic.
You can play with it, and what I like to do at home, even though I don't do dirty pours, is leave it in the cup a little bit longer. The MasterCast cures really well, or really quickly. And if it's a little bit more cured, you can even pour with it, and you can make stripes on it.
Wow, that really came out so beautiful. This section over here is fantastic.
Just a little torch. That's enough.
Well, I'll tell you what, Annemiek, you've created a fantastic piece here. Can I take it home?
If you want to, yeah. I chose to mix it on the generous side because running out is
it's not ideal.
Yeah, no, it's really something you don't want because then you have to go and tilt it and the sides won't get covered. And if you have to tilt it too much, then the natural effect, yeah, it's just better to have it form naturally than to manipulate it a lot.
So rather have too much than too little.
I like the natural effect of the resin and the Resi-Blast, the way it worked here. But it's quite cool to see it because making cells with resin is a difficult thing. Everybody would like to achieve it, but this makes it a lot more achievable. If you can see like ring shaping, it's like a natural stone here.
I know because a lot of people say, what's the difference in making cells with resin as opposed to fluid acrylics? Well, with fluid acrylics, you can make the cells, but if you want to then have it glossy and protected, then you need to do a clear resin, which is a two-step process. This way, I think it's all a one-step process, so it's a lot quicker and in many ways is straightforward.
Yeah, in fluid pouring, cells is like what everybody wants. It's like something to achieve. And many people would like it in resin, and this makes it a lot more easy to get it, I think. Yeah, looks good. I'm happy with it.
So, Annemiek, tell me your impressions on the products you've used, the new MasterCast and the Resi-Blast.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's a nice thick layer on it. That's what I like. It's a nice gloss. And the Resi-Blast, it's a really cool effect. It's really natural as well. It's not something you say laying on it or something like a layer of oil or something. It's like completely smooth here.
I think that method of adding it in makes sure that it's absorbed into the resin and doesn't leave all the side effects of big craters or any oily residue on the top.
Yeah, and it will dry completely hard like this as well?
It will dry exactly as you see it in about 4 to 6 hours from now.
Okay. And when you want to add another layer, like a clear layer?
No problem. You can just add it straight on.
Okay, do you have to wipe it with anything or clean it?
It depends if there's any areas where the Resi-Blast has come to the top, the excess, then you will have to just wipe it with a dry cloth or a dry paper roll, and then just simply new pour on top.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I like to do. I always like to add one clear layer because also this is really beautiful as well, but with an extra clear layer, it gets really that extra glossy luxury effect. So it's really beautiful, adding another layer to it. So
if you're glad, we're glad, and I just say thank you for your time today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's been an honor having you.
It was fun trying out something I normally don't do, so it's all new to me.
It's been a pleasure watching you work, and obviously on our behalf, thank you for Polyester Shoppen, to Kees and Herman and Lane and Arne and all the guys in Rotterdam. It's been a complete privilege being here and shooting the video, so hopefully it's been enjoyable for you guys watching it too.
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks a lot for the invite.
Thanks guys.